All right, everybody, we're back with episode 27 of the Sounds of Struggle. We are your new MPW Tag Team Champions, and I am the new CWC Champion.
Congratulations!
Thanks, buddy. I am Chris Perish.
And I'm sad because hockey officially ended.
Yeah, but everything's going to go fucking wild this week.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Should we talk about your little escapades down south, or should we talk about hockey?
Well, since you brought it up, we might as well. I mean, I don't like the gloat.
Yes, you do.
I'm the damn CWC champion.
I know. I was not there, but I know.
No, but the other third of the tag struggle was there. Shaun Martens was there.
Yeah. Hi, Shaun.
Hey, Shaun. Hope you enjoyed the Eskimo game.
You went to the Eskimo game?
He did. I didn't.
Oh.
Got to watch Calgary beat Edmonton.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, it's CFL. Who cares?
Eh,
Real football starts in a few months.
It's a good time when you're there. We know that.
Yeah, it is. That's actually when we got our Twitter handle.
That is.
Yeah.
That's when we actually officially started our tag struggle.
Yes, that is.
Which evolved from the struggle to tag struggle.
Huh?
And it pretty much shaped who we are as people.
And then 2 months, I'll be back at Commonwealth to see Metallica.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going to be for that?
Home?
Working.
Oh.
Yeah. This whole work thing's ruining my life. I really got to win the lottery.
Yeah, right? Imagine how many more beers you can put in your fridge then.
All of them?
Yeah.
$50 million worth.
Yeah. You'll have
a bigger fridge.
You'll have the greatest bar fridge of all of the time.
Yes, it will rival that of first round.
It'll be strugglicious, bitch.
I actually probably get a keg at that point.
It'll be a little bit of all right.
Would be a little bit of all right.
It'll be beer o'clock, 24/7.
Yes. Yes, it would.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm the CWC champion.
So I assume that you had several beers.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Oh, yeah.
What have you done with the title so far? Gone sightseeing with it? Gone on a picnic with it?
I've,
Made sweet, sweet love to it?
No, title makes love to me. I make the title do all the work.
You know what? It's 2017. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, just think about this. I'm the man, and the title straps around me.
Like a hug.
Yeah.
Around your dick.
Like Mrs. Perish.
Around your dick.
Twice.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, it was a hard-fought victory.
Yeah, I heard you really struggled to win that title.
Oh my God, you know, do you know what the worst part was? I didn't know what tie I wanted to wear when I went out and cashed in the Canada Cup.
You look positively dapper.
I mean, strugglicious. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and, well, I mean, CWC likes to be blue, so I decided to go the opposing red. You know, like our new Sounds of Struggle hats.
Yes, red.
Yeah, black and red. See, I was repping the Sounds of Struggle when cashing in the Canada Cup and becoming... Which, by the way, the new CWC champion. I don't think I've mentioned that yet.
So, wait. Let me get this straight. Let me see if I got this. You went down on Saturday.
Friday.
You went down on Friday.
Yeah.
And then you had a show Saturday.
Yep.
And you used your Canada Cup.
Yep.
To cash in.
Yep.
And win.
Yep.
And become.
Yep.
The new CWC champion.
Spoiler.
Right on. Good stuff.
Yeah, what can I say? You know, I decided to go out there, and I heard the little farewell, oh, poor me, you know, little spiel that Jude Dawkins gave. Oh, look, I hurt my quad. I can't defend the title. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to relinquish the title. Poor me. I was like, come on, man, be a fighting champion. Triple H finished his match.
That's true. It's true.
I mean,
so if we've learned anything from this, it's that cheetah bears are bitches.
Yeah, the cheetah bitch.
So, I revert back to last week's episode, how we're big game hunters, and
Right.
you have finally mounted the cheetah bear on your wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Nice. Trophy.
And
you got the trophy.
And you know what that cheetah bear on the wall has to look down and see every day? The CWC title, because, spoiler, I'm the new CWC champion.
I didn't know that.
I know.
That's brand new.
It's like this just in. I'm the CWC champion.
Very good.
2 shows, 2 title wins. Tech Struggle's on a roll, man.
We are, dare I say, a little bit of all right.
We're kind of like the Sidney Crosby of Stanley Cup Finals. He just seems to be the MVP of everyone now. Because that's what, 2-year Conn Smythe?
In a row.
Yeah, in a row.
He actually joins quite the list of people who have won the title, or the Conn Smythe, more than once.
Yes. Which, by the way, I'm just going to also say this. Sidney Crosby, you now can join Tag Struggle because in August, we will win TLC for the 2nd year in a row, and we'll have a lot in common, so you might as well just come and trade in your yellow and just, sport the black and white and be a part of the Tag Struggle.
Yeah, I mean, you're halfway there because it's black and yellow. Just drop the yellow.
Yeah.
Pick up some white.
Yeah, who needs yellow when you got gold, baby?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although, if we're getting into hockey here, I do have one kind of qualm. Do you think that necessarily... I mean, yes, he played fantastic last year and this year, but there were guys on the team last year and this year who I dare say, I wouldn't necessarily say deserve the Conn Smythe more, but last year, Phil Kessel. Even this year, Phil Kessel did really well. And this year, Evgeny Malkin did really well.
Yeah. I would say Malkin may have had...
Yeah, I think he had like 3 or 4 more points.
Yeah, he had more points, but I think when you take the total play around, I think you saw Sidney Crosby be a lot more efficient without the puck than you saw Evgeny Malkin.
No, excuse me, that's true. He did do a lot more shot blocking this year. So
Yeah.
I get that, yeah.
And, I mean, let's just face it. I mean, it's always going to be a toss-up of, should this guy have got it or what about this guy? This guy did pretty well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, does it matter?
Not really, I guess. I was actually watching it last night, and I thought it was hilarious that he's taking selfies with the team, and I don't think he even realized he won.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
But, I mean, let's face it. I mean, that's what, their 3rd cup now?
3rd cup. It's since 2009, so the last 9 years of champions, there have been 4 teams that have won.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
And 2 of them have won it 3 times.
Yes. Yep. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Step up, NHL. Couple teams are doing all the work.
Yeah. Now, here's a question for you. Can you correctly guess the other 6 or 5 people that have won the Conn Smythe more than once?
Wayne Gretzky.
Yep, that's one.
I think that's pretty simple.
Yep.
Patrick Kane?
No.
No?
No, he's only won it once.
Oh, what a dork. Go take a cab.
Yeah, go rape someone.
Well...
You might get it again.
I mean, if you did the daughter, you might as well do the mom now.
Yeah,
Just
or the dad. Whatever. 2017, we can't argue.
Get the whole family.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, PG this thing.
Yeah.
Mario Lemieux?
Very good.
Yeah. I mean...
Think of, let's see.
Gordie Howe?
No.
Bobby Orr?
Yes.
Yay. How many did you say there were?
There are 2 left now.
Oh, 2 left. Okay, well that's over 50. I'm pretty happy with getting more than 50%. So
One of the goalie.
Okay, Jaguar.
No.
Wall.
Yes.
There you go.
And one of them, I'll tell you the team because I don't know what position he plays. He plays for Philadelphia Flyers.
As of right now.
No.
Oh.
Years ago. We're talking like 70, like when they won the cups in like 70s. That's when he back-to-back.
Oh, okay. The name's on me. Oh my God. Wasn't Bobby Hull, was it?
No.
No, it was. Yeah, I'm just thinking the other guy. Oh my God. you're going to say it, and then, I know, because it's an older guy.
Bernie Parent.
Yeah. See, I knew that one.
I did not. I've never even heard of him.
And it's actually Parent. He's French. He's a...
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's Parent.
He makes good toast, though.
Yeah, sure.
Which, by the way, I had deep-fried French toast yesterday. Quite surprisingly good.
This is a little bit of all right? A little delightful, was it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was good. I mean, it's no Ohio. No.
It's not pre-struggle party good. But
no, it ain't the breakfast of brioche, but, I mean, it was really good.
Well, that's good.
It was good for 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Staying with the Stanley Cup Finals, Bonino snapped his tibia, but played the rest of the game in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
What?
Hockey players are crazy.
It's a Stanley Cup Finals.
I know, but still, that's something that generally, if you break it, you're not able to walk. So that's impressive.
Well, I mean, he wanted to win a championship, and then when you want to either... he wanted to defend his championship. Yes. And unlike Drew Dawkins, when you have an injury and you're defending a title, you keep going.
Yes, he is... Bonino is everything that Cheetah Bear's not.
Yeah.
A winner.
He's a penguin. Penguins officially tougher than cheetah bears.
Yeah. Come on. Hit it. I want a new vehicle.
Oh, come on.
Anyways.
What a loser.
Did you end up watching the game?
No.
No?
I had let's just say I didn't have bedroom struggles.
Very good.
So,
high five.
Yeah.
Well, I did watch the game because I was stuck at work, as I do, because I have no life, apparently.
Yeah, you play N64 at work.
And watch hockey.
We need to hang out more at that job.
Have you seen the highlights?
Oh, yeah. You're going to talk about the goal, aren't you?
Well, the goal call back referee. See, I get it. He wasn't able to see it. Okay, fine, blow it down. But it's because he wasn't in position. That's why that's why I have a problem with it. If he was closer behind the net, like where he should have been, he would have seen it was still loose. And the fact he was in the corner and called it, it's like, ooh. And I'm not going to say that's the reason they lost, because obviously they end up losing 2-0, and they should have won more than just that. But that is kind of a kick in the balls.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing we can all agree with is that the reffing was not consistent this playoffs.
This entire year.
Well, the playoffs especially.
Oh, especially, yes.
But I mean, I believe the NHL is going to, be looking at the officiating moving forward and making sure that this isn't a recurring thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the integrity of the game. This ain't basketball. We care about the product.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just think they're definitely going to look at every single controversy that was going on in this year's playoffs and use that as a motivation tool to get better. I mean, let's face it, when it comes to NHL, they do have a great tendency of identifying their issues and doing stuff about it.
That is true. The other thing, too, is that they're complaining that it was a goalie interference for the goal, the game-winner goal at 1-0. You know what? I'd say no, because he was out of his crease. So
it's, I mean, again,
plus the fact he scored from behind the net, which again, another dagger. You lost the Stanley Cup because he scored from behind the net. That sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think Nashville was playing above what they're actually, like, how good they are. They're playing way above it. They were on fire, and they kind of fizzled out, unfortunately, at the wrong time. And then, like, you look at, what's his name, Pecorine. Either he was on fire, or he lets 2 or 3 goals in like 4 or 5 shots.
Well, I mean, I think the one thing, too, those top 4 defensemen in Nashville, a lot of them are offensive defensemen. And when you score 0 goals in Game 6 and you're down 3 games to 2, I mean, you got to get more production out there. And yes, I know that for defensemen it's harder to produce offense than a forward, just because they see the puck a little bit more, especially in the offensive zone. But the one thing you got to do is you got to make sure that you're doing something positive for your team. And if you're scoring no goals, everyone who is not Pecorine can be like, look, we could have done more.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if your goalie's scoring your goals, you're not that good of a hockey team.
No.
But I mean, Pekka Rinne, only 2 going past him in a crucial game? Like,
well, no, only 1 because the other one was empty net.
Well, so there you go. So, I mean...
And it was honestly just a bad bounce. Like, he was standing on his head. Both of them were.
Yeah.
And again, congratulations to Murray. Still technically a rookie. 2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah. And
that's impressive.
But what about what's transpired with the Penguins now?
They were talking about it when they were lifting the cup. There's like 6 guys who are UFAs and like 8 guys who are RFAs. Oh boy, that team's not going to be the same next year.
But not even that. Marc-Andre Fleury waived his no-move clause back in February.
Really?
That was the report that came out today.
Really?
So, he's given the Penguins his list of teams. A lot of people think he's going to go to Vegas, but there's a high chance that he'll be traded before.
Yeah.
Just like Darling and just like Bishop. So, Marc-Andre Fleury, that's about, what, between $4 and $6 million that they'll have to spend. Yep. I mean, a guy like Nick Bonino that I mentioned earlier, he's not going to get a giant raise. No. He's going to get a little bit of a raise, but not that much. So if he can spread out that money that you'll save with Fleury, providing you don't bring a lot back, I mean, you should be able to keep a lot of those UFAs. And let's face it, I mean, one of those free agents is Justin Schultz.
Yeah. And
he's not going to command a big paycheck either.
No. He's kind of like a utility defenseman now. He's actually kind of come into his own. And, but speaking of defensemen, I was really, really disappointed with PK Subban. He spent a total of I think it was 2 minutes and 45 seconds in total behind the net throughout that entire game. That's a lot of time standing behind your own net. Like on the power play, he'd stand there, wait to set up, then go. Like, you're on the power play. You got to go. You can't stand behind your own net. It's wasting time.
Well, I mean, I think that goes back to what we were saying. People have to step up, and when you are a PK Subban, when you are the top tier players of your team, and you don't score any goals when it's games like that, yeah, you're definitely going to take a lot of the blame per se, yep. Because you know that they're looking at you for things to happen. I mean, look at Philip Forsberg. He did not provide much offense for the Nashville Predators during Stanley Cup Finals.
No.
And a lot of people say he's one of, if not the best forward on Nashville.
Yep.
James Neal, not a lot. I mean, there's a lot more. I mean, sure, they didn't have Ryan Johansson, but, I mean, you got to get the goal, or you got to put the puck in the net.
Yeah, regardless of how beat up and how many guys are missing, you got to, get the job done.
Yeah. And this was a time where, you know what? Pittsburgh, they did it.
Yep.
No, regardless of what you want to say, how they got there, who they beat, how they won, it doesn't matter.
They did it.
They found ways to win. That's why you need guys like Sidney Crosby. You need guys like Evgeny Malkin. You need the Phil Kessels. They got a really good team.
Yep. And actually, them being the first team in the cap era to repeat, and the first team since Detroit Red Wings 97-98 to repeat, I mean, good for them. Although, the last part I'll bring up about Nashville, I find it really weird that Laviolette ended up, triple shifting the top 4D. They have that, 5th and 6th D-man who played, 4 minutes the entire game.
Well,
I mean, I get you want your top guys because you're in, a survival. I get that. But you're burning them out.
Yeah, but this is the games where these guys they know they're going to be playing. I mean, we saw it with the Oilers with Draisaitl and McDavid.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we see it a lot. I mean, we saw it back in the day with Vancouver with the Sedins. I mean, they were getting put out there all the time. Like, when they went to the finals, I mean, They were getting a lot more time. Same with the Ryan Kesslers. The top guys play more minutes in the important games.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, and that's the thing. And let's face it, it's as a defenseman, I mean, I'll say this. When you get to be on a team and you have the top 4 like Nashville do, your top 4, I mean, for a defenseman, you're going to play probably 20 minutes as a defenseman anyway. So when you think about that, that means you almost, you just got to find the other line or the other third pairing defenseman to play possibly a half a period in an entire game.
Yeah. Because
you're probably going to look at your other 4 as playing at least 22, 23 minutes per.
Yeah.
So, given that, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, but I mean, Laviolette. I mean, you got to put your guys out there. You got to give your team the best chance to win, and you have a better chance to win when you have 2 of those 4 out.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Yep. Let's see. That's all I got for the Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, again.
Well, I don't think enough credit can be given to Pittsburgh for what they just did.
No, especially because they were battered and beaten up and still managed to pull it out.
Well, their defensive core was just depleted going in. And they found a way to, stick it out and just get going.
But going back to what I was saying is that you got guys like Sidney Crosby, who are the top scorers. They're blocking shots.
Yep.
They're doing everything they have to.
And that's what
you need.
That's what separates, I think, the Sidney Crosbys from just about any other player. I mean, don't get me wrong. Connor McDavid is going to be one of the, if not the best player in the NHL in a few years.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, Sidney Crosby is still the best player in the NHL.
Well, it's hard to argue. What do you got? In 12 months, he's got 2 Stanley Cups, 2 Conn Smythes, a World Cup win, and gold medal, I guess you call it, or championship. I don't know.
It's a World Cup championship, I would say, yeah.
And then overall, he's got World Junior gold. He's got World Championship gold. He's got 2 Olympic gold. He's got a couple Art Ross. He's got quite the list of
we got
accolades.
Rocker Richard this year as well. He scored the most goals in the regular season this year. So
that's the second time he's done that, too.
It's hard to argue now if Connor McDavid is the best player. I think we know in a few years how it will shape out, or what we think it will shape out. But right now, it is still Sidney Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as much as people want to say Steph Curry or Kevin Durant could be the best player in basketball, they're just not, because LeBron James is still at the top of his game, still doing things that a lot of people can't do.
Well, I'll say LeBron James. This is his 8th final in a row.
7th.
Seventh.
Yeah.
But that's with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
But that's impressive.
It's 4 with Miami, 3 now with Cleveland.
Yeah. 1 with Cleveland, then went to Miami for 4, then came back, and another 2. That's impressive.
No, actually, I'm sorry. It is actually 4 with Cleveland, because he did his last one in Cleveland. Then did 3 in Miami.
This is 8th,
yeah.
Okay.
No. It's still 7. It's just I had it wrong. It's 3 with Miami, 4 with Cleveland.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, yeah.
But, I mean, needless to say, going back to the Penguins, I mean, just the fact they went back-to-back. That's a lot of hockey for the same group of guys. And I'm actually going to go on a limb. I don't think next year's Penguins team is going to be much different from the one that just played last night.
You don't think so?
I don't think so at all. I think you'll see a couple changes, but I don't think you see that many.
Now, they get rid of Marc-Andre Fleury. One of the nice things is, for being an Oil King fan, Tristan Jarry will probably be the backup.
Yep, I think that's pretty safe.
That'd be sweet.
They're very high on him for a backup.
Yeah, apparently down in the AHL, he's been doing really well.
Yeah, so, I mean, he finally gets his chance. And let's face it, now you have 2 young goalies moving forward. So, yeah, you might see a couple change of defensemen. I mean, you're going to lose someone in the expansion draft.
Yeah.
You might even make some trades to protect a couple more guys in the expansion draft.
I've heard there's a lot of dealings with Vegas, and Vegas apparently is open to it, where you make a deal where you'll trade them somebody, and in exchange they'll take someone that might not be as high on their radar.
Yeah, like supposedly if the Oilers don't want Vegas to take Griffin Reinhart, they'll say, hey, we'll give you so-and-so and a pick as long as you don't take him.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people, I don't think, know, or maybe they do, but if you make a trade with Vegas before now and the expansion draft, that guy will count as their expansion pick.
Oh. Good to know.
Because,
yeah, there's talks, I think we talked about it before, that Marcus Kruger is apparently going to Vegas. Like, it looks like it's actually almost done deal.
I mean, like I said, like if you were Chicago, I think Chicago might go 4-4.
They could very well.
And protect the defenseman. I mean,
but at the same time, they've actually not come out and officially made a statement, but there's been reports that are like unofficial that the GMs and associate GMs have been saying one of the core guys is going, and apparently it's not Seabrook, which is kind of surprising because you think you'd want to keep.
I mean, a lot of people are going to speculate. I honestly believe it's probably Hossa. of all of
Yeah,
that.
I can see that.
But I mean, we look at a team like Chicago who are in a cap crunch.
Oh, very much so.
So when you think about who you want to protect, if it's Kruger or Van Riemsdyk, Van Riemsdyk comes in at a cheaper dollar.
Absolutely.
So,
and he's actually, defensively, he's gotten way better over the last couple of years. He's cheaper. It helps the defensive core for sure.
And that's the thing. I think for a team with a couple studs in Seabrook and Keith, and even Jarmoson.
But and actually now they have what's-his-face, Oduya back too.
Yeah, but isn't he a free agent?
He might be. I don't know.
I think he might be a UFA. So, but at the same time, these guys are aging. I mean, let's not. Yeah. I'm not gonna call them old.
No, but they're not young anymore.
They're almost mid-30s.
They're middle-aged.
They're almost mid-30s, and that's you got to keep the young guys afloat because. I mean, you might have your next Brent Seabrook or Duncan Keith in the system. You just got to develop them.
You got to be like Pittsburgh and have that Gunzel. Rookie, he's a rookie and he ties rookie scoring. That's good for him.
So I mean, and you just don't know because at some time you're gonna see a big move out of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And that's gonna be because of the salary cap. So I mean, you saw Darling leave.
Yep.
So they're clearly staying with Crawford, so you're going to have a very cheap backup.
As of right now, it looks like it's going to be former World Junior Gold Medalist for Canada, Jeff Glass.
So, I mean, not very expensive.
Not at all.
So, but yeah, I think the next couple days, especially, I think they put out, I think it's Saturday afternoonish, is when you can stop trading with Vegas before they put in their expansion.
Yeah.
And then it's also asking guys to put in their no move clause or waive it, things like that.
Speaking of which, Dion Phaneuf, Keith Yandel, and Kevin Bieksa have all been asked to waive them.
Actually, the report out of TSN was Keith Yandel is not going to be asked.
Oh. I read something, was it last night, saying that those three were going to be asked, but hadn't been officially asked.
But TSN did confirm that Dion Phaneuf has been asked.
Yeah.
And you said Kevin Bieksa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one was reported even before Anaheim was eliminated. So I think that one's pretty clear because of the young D that they have. I think they want to keep Sami Vatanen.
Yeah.
And if Bieksa does not waive it, he is going to get taken off the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Unless they go 8 skaters and take 3 forwards. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, then you're losing someone else. That's key.
Yeah.
Because then you have to protect the Cogliano, the Perry, and then maybe take Raquel. Okay, but then you got a Silverberg. That's.
Oh, Getzlaff.
No, he's protected because of his no move.
Fair enough.
And that's the thing. I mean, there's going to be a lot of hashtag wheeling and dealing going on in the next few days with the NHL. A lot of people are saying Friday is when all the trades are going to happen. I think you might see some Thursday, possibly Wednesday.
I could see it.
Also, we got the NHL Awards, which I'm only interested in it for 2 things.
The New Jerseys?
No, that's a draft. New Jerseys are going to be at the draft. 2 things I'm looking forward to the NHL Awards. Who's going to be on the cover of the new EA Sports video game?
Yep.
I'm going to put a lot of money on that. I think it's either going to be McDavid, Matthews, Crosby.
Yep, I can see that.
If it's Mitch Marner, fuck.
Yeah, man. Although it'd be kind of funny.
But I also want to see the expansion team. I want to see Vegas, and I want to know if Vegas actually reveals their jersey then or not.
Apparently.
Or if they do it at the draft.
There's a bunch of teams, including Edmonton, that released, I think, the 20th of this month. I think they're officially unveiling all the jerseys.
No, Adidas actually said on the draft.
Oh, on the draft? Okay.
On the draft, they will be.
Well, never mind. Ignore that then.
But 12 teams are getting redesigned jerseys.
Yes.
Edmonton being one, Ottawa, I know, being a second. There's Boston.
Calgary, Boston, New York Islanders.
I want to say Minnesota
Wild. Yeah. Obviously Vegas.
No, I don't think Vegas is included in that, just because I think everyone, that's just a given.
Yeah, fair enough.
But we can easily post a link to that. And seeing right now, if you are on the interweb, and you need somewhere to go, we suggest whatamaneuver.net, where you can buy all of your current tag struggle and past, aka vintage, One World Empire gear at a great price.
Very reasonable.
And we'll suggest it. I'll even do this. You provide me proof that you got something from whatamaneuver.net, whether it's struggle, OW related, and you have Twitter, I will follow you.
I could get on board with that.
You will not only get a follow from Chris Perish and at Meniac, you will get a follow by Tag Struggle. And then if, and only if, you can send us proof that you listen to the Sounds of Struggle podcast every week, Sounds of Struggle will also follow you on Twitter as well. So that's 4. And if Shaun Martens is listening, I'm sure he'll make it a 5. So you will get the Bundy 5.
Yes.
It was a horrible Bundy impression.
Yes, it was.
But whatever.
Yes. Bundy for Hall of Fame.
Or the Biggie Langston 5.
Yes, I
yeah.
like that too. Also, congratulations, I have to go out.
Is it because I won the CWC Championship?
Yes.
Okay.
That and to the San Jose Sharks for being the ultimate losers of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Explain.
Every year, there's a gag that comes out on Twitter, usually where I find it, where you find the ultimate loser of the playoffs. And how this works is, San Jose Sharks, they lost to the Edmonton Oilers, who lost to the Anaheim Ducks, who lost to the Nashville Predators, who lost to the Stanley Cup champions, Pittsburgh Penguins. So every team that beat the team that they were playing against lost in the next round. They become the ultimate losers of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So congratulations, San Jose Sharks. You went from Stanley Cup finalists to the ultimate losers of the Stanley Cup finals.
Suck it, Jumbo Joe!
Patrick Marleau, you can eat several dicks.
Thomas, you are not hurdly enough for the Hurdle Club.
Very good. But staying with them, Bob Boughner is the... Boudner, assistant coach for the Sharks, is now the head coach of the Panthers.
It's kind of like Booger, but Boogner.
Bob Booger.
Yeah. Kind of fun to say, actually.
Booger.
I'm also going to give a shout-out to whoever runs the Twitter for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, they're killing it. They haven't have a team yet, and they're killing it.
Oh, my God. Especially trolling Anaheim, and I think as an Oiler guy, that's a win. Because...
A little bit of all right.
Anaheim tweeted something about expansion draft rules and all that stuff. If you just wanted to catch up on knowledge and how it worked on, the not legalities, but just, if you didn't know much, okay, go to this link and brush up on your knowledge. Vegas then replies, hey, Anaheim Ducks, are you going 8 forwards and a goalie or 7 forwards, 3 defensemen and a goalie? Just asking for a friend.
Hilarious.
Quite good.
Yes.
Because if Anaheim wants to respond on that, we know exactly what they're doing. So then teams would know exactly who would be on the market.
Yep.
I mean, good on Anaheim for not responding to that, but kind of wanted them to.
And the previous tweets are showing, they show their current lineups where it's like just put guy in every position except for the 2 that they have. That's hilarious. Whoever's running that's really good.
Well, I loved. I forget the name of the kid who was the first signee to
something Duke.
Yeah, but so what NHL players like to do before a game, before they've even put on any equipment, is like to go out, take a soccer ball, and kick it around.
Yep, get the cardio up, keeping it up and whatnot.
Yeah. So this guy does it, but there's no one on the team. So he kicks it up, and it goes to no one, and the ball just rolls down the hall. And the camera pans back to Duke, and he's like, well, this would be a lot more fun with teammates.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic.
Hysterical.
So,
yeah, I think he'll be a good addition to the team. I wonder if he'll make the team. Because with all the...
I don't know. The one guy I'm actually looking forward to in this offseason, Spencer Fu. Where is he going to go? Because they're rumored that the Oilers are strongly in the mix.
I don't even know who this fool is.
He is a college guy who's turning pro. It's kind of like the Drake Kajula of this year.
Gotcha.
Or one of them. But apparently he's 23 years old, and he got, 56 points in 38 games?
That's impressive. It's a little bit of all right there.
Actually, sorry, I believe it was 66, because it was 38 goals and 28 assists or something along that line. But yeah, so he's a right winger, which means if the Oilers were to pick him up, and he's to crack the opening day roster, I mean, we'd have some very young right wingers.
Yes, you would.
And I don't know if moving Eberle would be the best point right now. Because, I mean, you would expect Puljujärvi to make the team this year.
Yeah.
And then if we had Spencer Fu, which, man, what a name that'll be.
Yeah. Fu.
I mean, his nickname has to be Foo Fighter.
Oh, if he's a fighter.
Yeah. And his goal song has to be My Hero.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
He's also from the Edmonton area.
Really?
So do you think that helps the Oilers' chances of getting him?
I think he probably looks strong to come back here, yeah.
And apparently the very first playoff game back at Rexall, at Rogers, he was invited to watch the game.
Interesting.
And that was a crazy game.
Yes, it was.
So, I'm sure he was very impressed with the Oilers organization. So that should be a name locally the Oilers fans should be listening for.
Absolutely.
So,
but keeping with the Oilers, they were voted the greatest Stanley Cup team of all time from 1984-85.
They had 4 teams in the top 10.
That's impressive.
40 teams.
You know who didn't?
Sorry, 40% of the teams that are considered the greatest are Oilers.
You know who didn't have it in the top 10?
Vancouver, Toronto.
Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And keeping with Calgary, Brian Burke tells the season ticket holders of the Flames that they're going to have to move if they don't get a new arena. You think this is him just, crying wolf and trying to get a new arena, or you think this has some truth to it?
I got another question. Do you think Brian Burke is a Donald Trump of Canada?
Well, considering he's actually American but just lives here, yeah, I can see that.
I mean, he's kind of a D-bag. I mean, I remember trying to enlist a wrestling match with him not too long ago.
Yeah, but no, Brian Burke he's a knob. Straight up knob.
I would not insult knobs like that.
Good point. He's anal fisher.
AJ, at least you're not Burke.
There you go. You're better than someone.
Yay!
Also, let me pull this up here. There's a picture here I have that I need to reference. As of next year, Stanley Cup is going to take a bunch of Hall of Fame names off the cup because we've run out of room.
Yeah, take Doug Gilmour's off. He's a dork.
You can eat a dick. No, they're taking the names like Gordie Howe, Rocket Richard, Bobby Hull, Ted Lindsay, Jack Adams, Stan Mikita, Jacques Plante, Frank Selke. All of those guys will be coming off the Stanley Cup officially as of next year.
Now, here's my thing. Why not keep the one, make a new cup, and then just continue it on, and then keep that cup at the Hall of Fame?
Or at the very least, take the plaques off and then display them at the Hall of Fame on a new cup, or I don't know. But I don't know. I just
keep making it bigger.
Yeah.
I want to see like the Doug Waite scenario where he can barely hold it, but then it's really too heavy that no one can hold it.
Yeah.
Or it takes the entire team to hold it. That'd actually be iconic.
That'd be hilarious. You have to roll it on a dolly. It's like 170 pounds.
And then make the actual cup bigger so more alcohol can fit in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and the other thing last thing I have for hockey is Las Vegas has released its picks, the odds on for winning the cup next year.
Yeah.
Number 1, Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 2, surprisingly, Chicago Blackhawks.
No.
I have it right here.
In Vegas, that is not true because the Oilers are actually number 2 in Vegas.
This is literally from Vegas. This is what I have. I've seen a couple of them. One of them I did see with Edmonton number 2. But back and forth. Apparently Chicago is number 2 or 3, I guess, and Edmonton's number 2 or 3 as well.
Yeah.
But
It's actually a joke. They have the same odds, people. I'm just...
being a douche.
Yeah.
Also, same up there as Tampa Bay and Washington, which, well, we know that's not true. But Tampa Bay, that's kind of surprising.
Las Vegas is actually at the bottom.
Well, being a new team, that's not surprising.
Yeah, but I mean...
You know who's second from the bottom? Vancouver.
I mean, come on. We all know that Toronto Maple Leafs have a, no chance to win the Cup.
But they're 1 in 16 chance, apparently.
Yeah. No, they're not. How funny is it that Las Vegas has the worst odds in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to bet on the or you're not supposed to bet against the house, but in this case they are.
Yeah.
So could that spell something?
Like,
Could the Golden Knights go for the gold in the first year? Well, I guess silver, but
no, maybe they'll get that gold-colored lottery pick selection from Mr. Daly in the next year's draft.
they'd probably have to acquire Taylor Hall first.
Yeah, probably. I mean, but then again, who knows? Taylor Hall, he has a history of being traded to teams that,
Suck.
Yeah,
fair enough.
so.
The only thing before we get into wrestling, I have one thing about baseball of Batista stealing second off a walk. That's hilarious. Did you not see this?
No.
Oh, so he ends up getting walked. So
When was this?
2 days ago? Maybe yesterday?
So,
Yesterday?
2 days ago would have been the day I won the CWC Championship. So, no.
Yeah, I think it was either 2 days ago or yesterday, but either one, whatever it was. Yeah, he ends up getting walked. So he's making his way to first. Nobody's near second base. Nobody, the pitcher's not paying attention at all. He gets to first, takes a look, and just goes. It's hilarious. Coaching staff for, I want to say the Athletics, but I can't remember who they're playing against. We're just losing their minds. It's hilarious.
Probably was Seattle, was it not?
Oh, could have been Seattle. Yeah.
I believe they were just in Seattle.
Yeah, so it definitely could have been there.
Yeah, because that would have been the one and only time he could have slid as aggressively in a second and not get punched in the face.
Yeah. Also helps that, Odor wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's not like Texas, but that's all I have. Do you have anything other than wrestling to jump into? No?
Just the Marshawn Lynch tops NFL jersey sales right now with the Oakland Raiders.
Really?
The Marshawn Lynch jersey is the number one selling jersey right now.
Well, we should probably
NFL?
change that.
Yeah.
We should get a struggle one made.
Yeah, but what team? I mean, we
Struggle. Tag struggle. Black and white.
No, because then that's Raiders. We have to do our own at that point.
Aren't they black and silver?
Yeah, kind of, but they have white jerseys as well.
Yeah. Maybe go black and red? Like Tag struggle SOS?
Is there a black and red team in the NFL?
Falcons?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Buccaneers?
I can't do Falcons or Buccaneers. Yeah.
What
It's
about,
like me wanting to go purple. You can't do that.
I could. I have no
No.
problems with going purple. Let's go pink.
Oh. Be the the excellence of execution.
Exactly.
Da-na-na-na.
It's all right in the pink. It's always good in the pink.
Yeah. Moving on to wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Since we brought up Bret Hart, that's why we're transitioning to wrestling. Has nothing to us about pink comments.
Yes. No. Conor McGregor apparently could knock out Brock Lesnar in 10 seconds.
Well,
I would pay to see that.
that would actually be interesting. I see. You know what? I do believe Conor McGregor has better boxing than Brock Lesnar. However, I don't think Conor McGregor would be able to reach Brock Lesnar
No.
head at will.
No. I think Brock Lesnar would charge him and just pummel him.
Yeah, but if he charges, that's where I think Brock Lesnar is at his dumbest, because I think Conor McGregor will sidestep and just, take a jab.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor is very smart with his striking, so I think running right at him is dumb. I don't know. That'd be interesting. That'd be fun to watch.
I'd like to see it.
You know what Conor McGregor would probably do?
What?
He'd probably go up to Brock Lesnar and be like, "Give me your belt."
He could. He could do it to you now, too. And us.
Nah, he won't.
But he wouldn't.
No. We should have the same initials, and we're good.
Yeah, there you go. Lana is officially fighting Naomi for the title. What do you think of that?
It'll be interesting to see if Lana is up for the task.
Yeah. She's been doing a lot of NXT stuff lately. And
Yep.
apparently I've been hearing some decent reviews.
Yep, I mean,
So,
let's just see how it is before we critique. Because, I mean, let's face it, like, she's one woman I don't want to prejudge.
no, because she used to do indies and she was good.
Well, I mean, she hasn't under-delivered that much.
No.
When it came to opportunities. She's always done very well, and I tend to appreciate people like that.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's like, I don't know. Not to mention, your expectations of her as a wrestler shouldn't be that high right now.
No, because we haven't seen her.
I think she could be Trish Stratus level when it's all said and done.
I'd be okay with that.
So, let's see how she does. I hope she does well. You know what? I hope she wins a title. That would be absolutely amazing.
Keeping with winning titles, this day, 3 years ago, Jinder Mahal was fired. Talk about a sweet turnaround.
Yeah. Oh. Today, we're recording on June 12th.
Monday.
Yesterday, it was June 11th.
Yes.
1 year ago, Tag Struggle member Shaun Martens was CWC Champion. 1 year later, Chris Perish, Tag Struggle member, CWC Champion.
I guess I get to have it next year.
Right?
Sweet. I guess that's something to look forward to.
I mean, you know what? You give me the beers in your fridge, you can have the title next year. How about that? How about that?
I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work something out.
Or we can just freebird the title. It's all good to me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean,
Freebird every title. Like
we should change that. It's not a freebird rule. It's Tag Struggle rule.
Yeah. It's any title that's part of the Tag Struggle gets defended Tag Struggle style. Yeah. I like it. Jerry Lee Lewis, the singer of that song Great Balls of Fire, apparently contacted WWE about the name of the pay-per-view for infringement because he owns the actual namesake Great Balls of Fire. And it was like, you guys can't use that unless you pay me. So I guess they came to some sort of agreement.
Yeah, because his song is being used.
Yeah, no, because his song's being used. So they came to some sort of agreement, which is good. And on a related note, WWE changed the Great Balls of Fire logo so it doesn't look like a giant dong anymore.
I thought it was funny.
But on a serious note, if you have great balls of fire, you should get yourself checked out. That ain't right. That's probably herpes. Or gonorrhea. Or both.
Or you could just be a ginger.
It looks like a rocket taking off.
So, Money in the Bank coming up. A couple weeks' time.
Yes.
Early predictions.
Let's see here. I'll say, I think Kevin Owens. I think he does that. He loses the title maybe just before or just after. And then he puts him back into the heavyweight title picture.
I'm going to go off the map here, and I'm going to go Baron Corbin.
Interesting. I could see him taking the U.S. title.
See, I think it would be very interesting to see an AJ Styles U.S. champion.
That would also be alright.
And I think AJ and KO might be married together for a little while.
And you know what? I'd be okay with that. I would.
And then, I don't know. Shocking, or not really shocking, but big announcement last week on SmackDown. Return for the July 4th edition.
John Cena
will be coming back to the USA Network.
Maybe for the U.S. title?
SmackDown Live. Maybe he might have an encounter with a man who's not happy with the ignorant Americans. Perhaps the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal.
Well, sure.
That'd be a very interesting dynamic.
I don't know if we've ever seen that before.
I mean, what a way to promote American grit.
Very much so.
Especially on Independence Day.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
But if you're not American and you prefer Canada Day, which we also like to call Free Agent Frenzy, and you don't have any plans, from 2 to 4, Monster Pro Wrestling will present its next show, July 1, at the Alberta Ave Community Hall. Weather permitting, will be an outside show.
Outside because you can't contain tag struggle.
Yeah, we have great balls of fire after
Claiming?
Reclaiming. Good choice.
Our tag team titles.
That we never lost.
No.
Never, ever, 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 ever lost.
Not once.
Not ever.
Not ever.
And we plan on being the greatest tag champions of all the time.
Still.
Yeah.
We never really stopped.
No, but now we actually have the titles back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where they belong.
yeah.
Daddy's home.
Yeah. And Daddy like.
Daddy like.
Which, by the way, in my house right now, I got the CWC title and the MPW title, and they can't strap away from one another.
Huh. And the only thing keeping them apart would be this Canada Cup.
No, that actually had to be given back to the CWC. I cashed it in.
Oh.
It's like the WWE. You don't get to keep the Money in the Bank briefcase when you cash it in.
Really?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah, but I got a title.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But silly. You won this. You should be able to hang on to it for however.
I mean, maybe CWC will actually put me on their poster now.
I feel like CWC is kind of like the New Japan of Alberta because they promote their local guys no matter how big the foreign guys are.
No, I mean, they promote all right. But, I mean, how can you not promote me now?
True.
I mean, it wasn't harshly done, but, I mean, come on. Canada Cup winner, next poster not on.
Boo earns.
Words were spoken about
Words
that
were
one.
exchanged.
Yeah.
But now that I mentioned the New Japan, they have officially released everybody who's going to be fighting for the IWGP United States title.
I hope Cody Rhodes wins it.
Well, it looks like he's not even in it.
That's horseshit.
As of right now, first round matchup is Michael Elgin versus Kenny Omega.
Well, Omega will win.
Jay Lethal versus Hangman Adam Page.
Well, Jay Lethal will win.
Yep. Juice Robinson or what was he in WWE or NXT? He was that hippie guy.
CJ Parker?
That's the one. Versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Let's go with CJ Parker on this one.
Yeah, I think so too. He's been there for a long time. I think so. And then Tomohiro Ishii versus Tetsuya Naito. Why can't they just have regular names?
I'll go with him because I want to see you pronounce that name again.
I know who he is. He's a good wrestler, but yeah, why can't Shinsuke? You pronounce it Shinsuke, Asuka. Why are they gotta be like that?
They're chaps, man.
That doesn't mean shit. They're just doing it to piss me off.
Yeah. They like to see you struggle with their pronunciations.
Well, you know what they can't do? They can't struggle with us because we're too damn good.
Yeah. We like to see them struggle behind a wheel of a car, so it's all good.
Yeah, basically we're
Yeah, but you know what? They're entertaining.
yeah.
So.
And you hear about Download Festival?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Mark Andrews actually avoiding injury.
Yes, apparently he was actually carted off on a stretcher, but he's okay.
No, only if they were in Cardiff. If he would have been carted off, would have been kind of funny and ironic.
Yes, that's true. That goes without saying. But yeah, I guess it was like a big 8-man tag. It was Pete Dunne.
New UK title champion, by the way.
Yes, it was him, the Authors of Pain,
Ooh,
and Bobby Roode versus
glorious.
yes versus
Ooh, can I guess about this one?
Yeah.
Mark Andrews,
yes.
Tyler Bate.
You think so? Yes.
I'm gonna say Hideo Itami.
No.
Oh no, I guess you know what? Roderick Strong.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna do the
And
thing. Gold. No, not Goldust. I'm just kidding.
Aleister Black.
Oh, see, I would have said someone else.
I think you know what? I'm not 100% sure about Tyler Bate. it might be him, and it might be Castizono. I can't remember who the fourth one was, to be honest. I know that's a big difference, but I can't remember who it was.
Maybe it was Tyler Bate while being eaten by Castizono.
Sure.
Because he could probably fit in his gut.
But I like the fact that...
I was going to say Tommy and not Alistair Black.
That Mark Andrews is part of a band called Junior, and they're actually performing a download, and then Pete Dunne attacks him, which I think is great.
Oh, fantastic.
And then he ends up doing a senton off the stage onto him, like a stage dive, which is funny because this thing's high fives and stage dives. I like that. And then in the match, I guess, Rakem, I think that's his name. He's pronounced Rakem with the ultimate chain. Yeah. I guess he gave him a stiff clothesline to the throat or something like that, and I guess he went out of the ring immediately complaining of neck pain. And I mean, as you do when you're like 180 pounds versus like a 330-pound guy trying to rip your damn head off.
Yeah, and he...
I feel like the Authors band, they're good, but they're still kind of dangerous at times.
Well, I mean, I think that's just the problem of a guy who, I think, too, it's just a bad matchup at that point. Because let's face it, I mean, the UK guys, I mean, they go all out.
Oh, yeah.
And they're okay with, getting hurt.
Strong style, Japanese strong style.
So,
that's what they do.
I think it's just had he would have done that to maybe somebody else, like, I'm just, obviously he wouldn't do it to his own teammate, but if he did it like a Bobby Roode, I think a guy like that wouldn't have been okay. If he did it like Roderick Strong, I don't think Roderick Strong
for sure, yeah.
Also, too, 180 pounds, let's face it.
Not a lot of wiggle room there for protecting yourself.
Yeah, so, I mean, it can go a couple ways on that one.
Yes. Fair enough. Also, keeping with that, Asuka apparently busted open Ruby Riott when they had a title match, and they had to stop.
Fantastic.
Because I don't really care about Ruby Riott. No. And because of this, and she actually retained her title, she has officially passed CM Punk at 434 days. So she's now the longest reigning singles competitor in WWE history of the last 25 years. I guess now 26 or 27, whatever it is.
Yeah, and she already has the longest undefeated streak in pro wrestling.
More than Goldberg. Now she looks like she's going after the New Day's overall tag amount of days having title.
What was their
483?
Yeah. I hope she gets that. Yeah. Erase the New Day. Delete.
Yeah, I don't mind them, but...
Delete. Delete.
Maybe we'll see that. That'd be nice.
Delete.
Yes.
Congratulations to Matt Hardy and his wife for the birth of their second kid.
And also to Mustafa Ali and his wife for their second child.
Yeah, you know what that kid is asking? Hey, Daddy, what's my name? If you watch Mustafa Ali, that's what he says all the time in his entrance.
I got
yeah, well, I'm sure a couple of the guys from the Edmonton Sport Podcast Network are listening, so I have to explain a few things.
You got to slow down for them. I got you. I'm with you. Speaking of that, WWE this Friday.
Yeah, boy.
We're going to be there.
Yeah, and we might even do a podcast. Maybe. We might just get hammered.
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah, that one's probable. Yeah. The weather forecast comes in, and it's a clear sight of, yes, we will get hammered.
It's a 90% chance of drizzling beers and a 10% chance of getting shittered.
It's 90% chance of chugging beers and 10% chance of not giving a fuck.
Very good.
Yeah.
The only other thing I have for wrestling is that I guess Harley Race had a bad fall. He's not doing so well in the hospital right now.
His age, he shouldn't be bumping, man.
That's a good answer. Very good.
Yep.
I like it. Very good.
What can I say? I'm the CWC champion.
For a reason.
Yeah.
Upcoming show. You got one next weekend, the week afterwards in Lethbridge?
Yeah, it's a 6-man.
You're fighting 6 men?
I
know you could.
Not a problem with that. It's a 6-man match. It'll be myself, Kato, and Steve Rivers. Yeah.
I don't want to make a you can't beat him, join him joke here, but kind of.
Well, I mean, down there we've...
unspoken agreement?
We have an alignment of... we've agreed on something. We have a pact. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I didn't show any ill will to Steve Rivers after the match.
No, that's true.
I mean, I gave him his props. I gave him his dues. I gave him respect. I mean, that finishing move he has is,
It's crippling.
it's definitely crippling. So it's something you don't. It's hard not to tap out from.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's tapped out families.
yeah. I mean, okay. What can we say? Anyway, it's the three of us going up against the Irishman, who's fat.
Yes.
Supposed to be Jude Dawkins, but he,
He can't even
He's
defend
also-
his own title, so it won't be him.
yeah, his title, my title.
My mistake. My apologies.
How dare you? This is the 2017 CWC Champion. How dare you?
Yeah.
I mean,
fair enough.
So is he, but I mean, I'm
No.
current.
Yes.
Um,
He's been deleted.
Yeah, so I believe there's a replacement there. I'm not too sure yet. And then there's the Kid Cyrus, who, yes, may have a stipulation going on down there, as he does like to still wear his mask down there. So if
Good, 'cause he's ugly as hell.
if he loses, actually, if his team loses, he has to take that thing off, and then we get to expose his ugliness yet again to the ugly city of Lethbridge.
He'll fit in real well down there. 'Cause
Right?
They're all a bunch of fucking goobers.
Demi!
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's all I got.
That's pretty much all. That's all I have too. And we're reaching that time.
Well, I do say it's time to go celebrate your win and championship.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen each other since I became the new CWC champion.
So
Canadian Wrestling Coalition champion.
the face of that entire promotion.
Yeah.
Just like how we're the face of MPW.
Right. Well, I mean, Shaun Martens is also there too, so I mean...
Well, when I say we, it's the it's the royal we.
We're representing Tag Struggle, the most dominant force in professional wrestling right now in the Western Alberta hemisphere.
Agreed.
So, I mean, why wouldn't you want to check any of these shows out?
Because you're stupid, antisocial, and hate yourself.
Yeah, you probably...
You're Mike the Ref. That's basically why you don't.
Well, he's even checking the shows out.
Well, then you have no excuses.
Even Andre C. was at the show.
C stands for holy crap! That fucker is there!
Yes.
Huh?
Andre C. saw Chris Perish become the CWC champion.
Can you imagine him on a seesaw? Damn!
How about that line though I gave?
That's
gold.
good, too.
It's gold.
More silver.
You know,
Bigger title.
you know what's gold though?
What?
Them beers inside our favorite wobbly pop of the first round downtown, and it is beer o'clock.
Well, before we go, are they gold or are they more amber? Point is, they're delicious. Let's go have some.
Yeah, we will have to get back to you guys on this one.
Let's go study them
Yeah.
extensively.
So, it is beer o'clock. That means
Beer 30, bitches!
podcast over. 2/3 of the MPW Tag Champs, 2/3 of the Tag Struggle. We out.
We out.
Because-
Good.
Because, once again, we are Tag Struggle.
We're real.
And we are spectacular! And we have titles. Woo!
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the rope shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock,